So this is the ArchiCAD interface, and when you go to new, normally me, I don't like working with templates. I like creating new templates. So
Mm.
you're going to see these two options here: ArchiCAD template. Definitely, it's already ArchiCAD 24 that I'm using. So I'm using this ArchiCAD 24 template. I always leave this. I don't touch this. Then here they say last profile use. Normally, I don't really mess with profile, so I always set it to default profile. So once it's in default profile, I'll just create new. My voice is audible enough, right?
Yes, it is. It's audible.
Okay. Okay. So this is how the
Okay.
ArchiCAD looks like. You're seeing the screen well, right? Everything around. Okay, so normally I like adjusting this one at the left this way so that I can be able to see everything at once and drop down everything. So that's how I like working with my ArchiCAD. And here, depending on what I name the elevations and so on and so forth, I like adjusting it like this so that I can see all these things completely at once. So that's what I first do, and I centralize this place. Normally, I like working at the bearing point. This is the bearing point of every project. You press your Control T, then it brings down these settings for you.
Okay.
So when it brings these settings for you, by default, this top right settings, you see these three, one, two, three. It's by default, this already selected this one in the middle. So I always
Yes.
set it to the, and once it's here or here, once it's here, you can't really adjust this, but I prefer this one so that I can adjust this to the wall thickness I want, which is 225 or
Yes, you
230.
said
Yes,
yes. The size of block we have, maybe overseas, this is their size, but here,
yes,
this is what we use.
exactly. So once I set it to 225 and press OK, and I drop my wall, I just left click now, so it's going to be like this. When I hold my shift, I now lock it into this direction, you get. So while holding my shift, I can just drop it anyhow and press OK. Now, dropping this thing, once I drop it, it's not just going to drop. It wants me to keep moving up and down like this, like this, like this, and like this. But then press backspace, 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 escape. So, but then if I don't want, if I wanted to just drop the line once, I go this place here. You see this arrow here. When you click the arrow, you see this first, by default, it's in this second one. So, but you see this first one is for you to drop just one wall. Then this one is for you to keep dropping continuously, the way I was dropping. And this one is for you to drop square.
Hold on. Hold
Yes.
on.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I am where geometry. So, sorry, go back and click back on that place.
You press the arrow. Don't just press the
Alright,
middle.
alright, alright.
You
I've
press
seen
the
it.
arrow. Yes, when you press
So
the arrow,
this is for the continuous.
yes. So when I press the arrow, normally I love starting with this one, the first one there. So that once you drop and hold your shift to lock it in. Once you drop it, you're dropping one line straight up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now I don't like the way the wall tool looks like here. This is not how wall is supposed to be represented. So when I hold my shift, while holding my shift and I carry this arrow towards the wall, it turns blue. So I left click on the wall. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
When I left click on the wall, I highlight this particular wall now and I go to settings. That's Control T and go to settings. And this is the settings I'm going to change because these words making it look like how it's looking like. So if you don't want to go to settings and achieve this, see I'm dragging the settings from top. If you don't want to go to settings and achieve this, you can also get it from here. That's without going to settings, you can also get it from it. So but when you go to this place, that's where you select the material you want it to look like. So I want it to look like block work, masonry block, you get. So this one is mastery block structural. It's still the same thing as this other one. That's the block filter. So you can select either this one or this one. So they are the same thing. So normally I like selecting this one here. So when I select it and press OK, you see how the wall will look like. This is how wall is supposed to be represented in the plan. You know.
So, sir, can I speak?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm hearing you.
So, all this while, my walls have not been looking the way it's supposed to look like on the plan.
That's like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But is you know, we have that other one there. So we have
Mm-hmm.
this one,
Mm-hmm.
this one,
Mm-hmm.
and this one. So now I normally tell you that all these extras, they don't really
Yeah.
matter. Just drop them, put your in measurements and so on and so forth. But I feel like you always drop your walls. Like example, I just drew this now. If you want to
Yeah.
draw, you draw. You now put in your dimension, whatever, whatever. When you put in your dimension and drop this one according to the dimension, and you now drop another one here according to
According
your
to yeah.
dimension, and by the time you get round like this, you have a problem of in space not being accurate. Is that your problem? I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's part of the problem.
That means there are more problems. See, length and width. If you rotate this, here becomes length, here becomes width. All those length and width now, they don't matter
Okay,
in
do
this
you know
thing.
height, the
Okay.
length, 600?
All right, wait, hold on. Let me So now we have our wall thickness as 225.
Yes.
That's 225 here, and then the normal wall represented. So now you said I should do length. What's the length and what's the width? Just tell me length and width.
Okay. Length is 600 and uh width is 4000. That's 3600 and 4000.
Okay, 3,600 by 4,000. I'm trying to place
Yes.
a wall of 3,600 by 4,000. So now I'll just drop something here. I don't even care to know the measurement of this wall. If you like, let it go down. If you like, let it be very short. So I'm just going to drop a length and drop a width. This width set, in fact, is too accurate. Let me just drop the width like this. You get. So now I want to get 3,006 by 4,000. The 3006 should be here, right?
Yes, yes.
If the 3006 should be here, that means I should be touching this wall. Now, this wall thickness is 225. Hmm?
Yes.
So I'm going to hold my control and hold my shift and press D. That's what we
Yeah.
call control shift D to
Yes.
drag a copy. So that once I drop this other first copy will still remain here. But if I don't do
Oh,
control shift D, only this one will drop. This one will not drop. So now I'm
that
dragging a copy
you
and,
end up moving entirely.
yes, I'm dragging a copy now and I want to achieve 3,600 here. So I'll hold down my shift because I'm not going to be accurate in dropping this in straight up. I'll hold down my shift. The reason I'm holding down my shift is so that it can lock in straight up. If I keep it like this or somehow away and hold my shift, it will never give me the 3,600 from here to top. So I must always hold my shift. Once it's locked in, I don't care how long it's going or how down it's going. The only thing that matters is going above this place, not below. The only thing that matters is going above, no matter how long I stretch it or no matter how short I stretch it. So if it's going above, while holding shift, locking it like this, see my cursor, it's supposed to go like this, but once I hold shift, it respects itself and stays straight. So while holding shift, I'll press the D. No matter where I drop this, I just press D. Once I press D now, I'm to input the dimension I need it to be. And the 3600 we need to achieve is in to in. So because it's in to in, I have to include the thickness of the wall, because you can't tell me to um, go and buy crayfish or go and buy apple for you without you giving me transportation money to go and buy. I mean, the apple might be 1000, but transportation money is 200. You get? So if you
Mm.
just buy the apple, you don't have transportation to use and come or go or all those kind of stuff. You only have money for the apple. So now in dimension, if I input 3600 here now, the
Yes.
in to in will never be 3600 because it has something has eaten into the 225. That's the thickness of the
Yeah.
wall. So now
Okay.
3600 plus 225 is equal to 3825.
25.
Then you press your enter. It drops exactly within from here to here, into in is 3600 now. If you want to confirm, you go to your dimension. Once this wall highlights blue, you left click on it. You see those two dots there will give you the thickness of the wall. When this one highlights blue, you click on it. Then you come to the center or anywhere and right click and press OK. So you can now drop this dimension where you want it. And you will see that it's 3600, 225, 225. You understand? So that's it
Yeah.
for this one. Now I want to get 3600 by 4000. So now the 4000, like this now, I've gotten this one. You see how far away it is from here. So I can just delete this wall or just drag this wall here. It's all about anyhow you get, let it just be here or somewhere. So if it is like this, it's perfect. If it's like this, it's still perfect. So far as it's within the space of the anticipated 4000 that you want to get into in. So now I want to get 4000 here. I'll press my control shift. I'll hold my control and shift and tap D to get a copy. So no matter where I click, I must not click it on the wall. I can also click anywhere here because I've already clicked in the command. Everything is going to as well. Everything will pause. Everything will stay on standby until I either escape key or drop this thing. So now I've pressed my control shift D. You can see the plus sign following this arrow.
Yes.
That command is for this wall that is being highlighted. No other thing you have to use except this wall. So no matter where I tap this arrow, let's click it here. This wall will now start moving. And this copy now, once I drop this copy, this first initial copy will stay because I did Control Shift D. That plus sign means I'm duplicating, I'm not just moving. So now,
Yeah.
once I hold my shift and lock it into any place I want it. Now, I want it to move towards the right and achieve the 4000, not moving towards the left and achieving the 4000. So no matter how far or close I bring it, it does not concern whatever I'm going to impute inside it. So even if I take it further than 1000 meters or 700,000 meters, once I just,
Mm.
while holding this shift, once I press D and input the dimension I want, is going to go back to that dimension I imputed. So now I want to achieve 4000 here.
Can we try it?
So now achieving this 4000 in to in, you have to include the wall thickness, which is 225. That is, I'm going to type 4225 and then I'll press my enter. Now look at the space. In to in is 4225 and then we have in to in 3600. So now I've dropped it. Let's get our measurements and check if we got it right. So now we have 3600 by 4000. Now, it's not yet that perfect rectangle or square you want it to be. So you hold your shift and select this wall and this wall. You want it to give you that right angle triangle. Let them just join, make no stress yourself. You go here. This is what we call intersect. So when you press on this intersect, it corrects it for you. You understand? Then you do the same to all other edges. Because there is no other thing disturbing us, we can just highlight all of them at the same time. But let's take it one by one. Hold your shift, highlight this wall. Hold your shift, highlight this wall. Intersect. like that. The same thing here. You can hold your shift, highlight this wall, hold your shift, highlight this wall, and intersect. Or because it's an extra, you hold down your control. Look at this cursor. This cursor will change once I hold down my control. When you hold down your control, it changes to scissors. Then you left click here and cut it out. Left click here and cut it out. Cut it out and cut it out. So this now is 3600 by 4000 end to end.
Where can I see that intersect?
Yes, you have to highlight two elements, wall or line, all those kind of things. Then you go to this intersect here. First, you see scissors, you see hammer tool, you see this, you now see intersect.
Yeah, scissors is for trim, hammer is for split,
Mm,
adjust,
exactly,
intersect. Okay, the
exactly,
intersect should not come live until there is something to intersect.
exactly. Until there is something to intersect, or you select an object.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I think I've not really studied my um line bars and
Oh, let me just do something real quick now that I'm recording, so the edit is not going to be that critical for me. So now this wall too, this is how wall is being represented on the floor plan. But then when drawing floor plan, there are some other things to consider when drawing floor plan. In the floor plan, you have your measurements from wall to wall. You have measurement of maybe feet. Maybe you might put, let's say this bedroom. You might say bedroom, you know. Then maybe you have another thing you want to put. Maybe you say it's 450 feet, as in from zero level to the top of the slab where the person in the room will be standing on. Then maybe let's say you have your window schedule or something, W1, W2, W whatever around there. You know, the plan is going to be getting kind of congested, and the dimensions and letters and everything will be competing with the wall. So how to know is when you right click and press your true line weight, you see the thickness of the wall and thickness of everything. So normally I go to this place, I go to options, element attribute. Don't worry, you're going to rewatch this and understand it better. Or element attribute. Then when you go to pen, I like customizing thickness of pen. Thickness. I like customizing thickness. So I select an empty space, select the color to black. Okay. Then give this one 1.1 or something higher or lesser or so on and so forth. So when I do it like that and I highlight the wall, let's highlight just these two and press Ctrl T. Then when I go to the um, these settings here, where it's going to show like the pen, that's those dark lines there. So they don't
yes.
compete with the letters. Normally by default is here. Wait, hold on. Here. Normally by default is this place. So this is the one that I just customized. It was in this white place. So I just picked one white and customized this one to be very thick and fat. So once I press OK, you see how thick this is. So it's making the wall to stand out of the
Yeah.
letters. So when your plan starts getting complex, you're not going to be struggling to look for where wall is, especially when you're using dotted lines and lines to determine cantilevers or to determine object or wardrobe or so on and so forth. Everything will just be fighting and competing. You will not know the one that is wall, you will not know the one that is window, you will not know the one that is for dimension, you know those kinds of. So my
Mm.
dimension, I changed my bedroom. Of course, sometimes I change the font to, you know, I just change the font to something beautiful.
Okay. Anything to mark it.
Yes, anything to make sure that you know that, sorry, this type of font is not fine. Normally, I just like changing the font to something different. This one now is just showing fit. Whenever I'm drawing floor plan, I like making it to
Yeah.
slant,
Some
remove
people
it,
use this.
yeah, remove it from bold and make it kind of smaller, so it doesn't come and start fighting with the dimension fighting with the fact that it's a bedroom, or fighting with the fact that wall thickness, because by the time you change everything to black, you will understand the reason. Wait, by the time you change everything to black, you understand the reason why you're not meant to be fighting with all these dimensions. Hold on. You get? So they don't really
Mm-hmm.
compete with the wall like that, especially when you compress and make it vertical. So that's how me I work with my wall too. So I like making my wall to stand out.
I'm thinking my light too.
No problem. That's all. That's all. So I can now do and clip out this part and post. So it's all good.
Okay.
Mm. So is there any other thing you want to contribute in or ask or whatever?
No, is good. Looking at what you have on your screen now,
Mm.
it's looking like it's looking like something.
Yeah.
When I do my own now, it looks
Okay. Well,
okay.
I think
No problem.
I'm going to just delete all this. Delete all this. Just watch how I'm going to start afresh doing it now. So now he gave me this to regenerate. Like this now, I'm just dragging this in now towards where my ArchiCAD is open. Once I hold here, the ArchiCAD is open. Then I'll drop it now. Now this is the plan. Yes.
Okay.
So I'll shift to one side. Yeah, no, go the one side. Sir. Hmm? Then now there is 3,200 by 2,800. Let me achieve that. Look at this plan where 32 by 3,008. So now
Mm,
I'll just draw a line as usual. Now cross the one, this one here. And I want to get from here to here first. So that's 3,200. So I'm going to do Control Shift D and drag it to 3,425. You get the point, ba?
yes.
Now, to avoid all this necessary confusion so that I'll be able to be clicking edges of wall very well, I have to remove this true line weight. Right click and remove true line weight so that I'll be able to be getting the edges well. So now I'll cut here, that's holding my control to cut it out. So now I
Mm,
want to get from out to in 1,150. That is this wall. So now this is what I'll do. First of all, let me cut this one so we don't get confused. Now I'll hold this and highlight this one and Control Shift D. Move it here. It must not go out completely. Then Control D. I will now drag it down to 1,150. Right?
okay.
Yes. Then I'll now hold down my control and cut this thing here. So now I've gotten this wall here. So now I want to get, there is a wall here before this wall. I can't just rush and get this wall. So that wall is 1.5. So now I'm going to hold this one down. Shift, I'll highlight this one up. Control Shift D. That's D. I'll now hold my shift and press D. 1.5 plus 225. That's 1,725. And I press my enter. Then I now remove this extra again. Then there's another space of 2,150 into in. Is that into in? Yes, into in. So now that 2,150 into in, I'll now get this
Is that
one.
the sorry, sir, please. Is
Yeah.
that the place with the dash dash dash?
Now the place with the dash 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 is an opening. It does not concern the fact that I want to get in of this wall and in of this wall to 1.5 and in of this wall and in of this
Why?
wall.
Okay. Why is it carrying dash dash dash? I
There
can
is,
see other
yes,
openings for door.
exactly. That's the representation of the plan. And this dash 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 means there is no blockage there. There's supposed to be a wall here, but instead it's a terrace where you have this arc opening. I don't know if you get. So this is that type of opening. Hmm? The wall did not just go straight to hit the roof. There is a beam somewhere here. So this
Okay.
opening, instead of representing it with just blockade, you put dash, dash, dash to show that there is a cantilevered wall above it.
Yes.
Yes, so that's it. So now I'm getting here 2150. I think I've gotten that one. Okay, no, I've not gotten it. So Control Shift D 2150. No, 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 no. Two something like this now the mathematics is doing it somehow. So I'll just do 2150. After doing 2150, I'll now move it to 225. That means I moved it
Okay.
twice so that it will achieve that stop. So now I'll just blend and intersect this wall here. So we've gotten like this, and this wall here. So now we've gotten with have we gotten that? No, we've not gotten the 2800. That's to end here. So now highlight this wall, Control Shift D, 2800, 800 plus 225. That's I'll now add 225. You know, that type of mathematics you should do somehow. So so now I want to get out to in 350. So I'm going to
Okay.
do this one, Control Shift D, out to in 350 is just 350. It does not have need you to add 225 or whatever. So 350. So now I've gotten it. I'll now shift this one down because that's what I wanted to get, you know. So now 1250 plus 225 is 1475. So I'm going to shift this one, Control Shift D, 1475. That's for this particular space. There's a door here, so it's this particular space I got here now. So,
Okay.
and then there is no wall here because this one is part of the room. So I'll now come here and cut this one out because it's part of the room. Placing the door, I think I just need to just at least drop one door. So that
Yeah.
opening,
That's
yes,
his dot sign.
exactly. So now I'm going to get 1800 from this wall to this wall, into in. Control Shift D, 1800 plus 225, that's 2255. And then it does not need this door, so I'm going to highlight and delete this door. So that's this WC here. So I want to get this other WC. So now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold this one and Control Shift M. I'll mirror it there and add the wall thickness. I hope this one will not, this one hit your balance.
I know
Damn.
they toss the game now. I don't keep quiet, just the watch.
What I did there was, I added something they call circle theorem in mathematics. So it's just a rotation something I do. So mirror, to mirror something, when I want
Mm-hmm.
to mirror this, Control M, and I press here, you see that and I just draw one straight line here or here. It mirrors
Mm.
this stuff from the point I tapped the mirror. So that's
Yeah.
how this one is doing.
Sorry. Sorry.
Mm.
Eh, can you hear me?
Yes, they dey say egg roll has been awaiting now.
So by this time now, kids are coming back from school.
Mm,
They're already making noise, but you can't hear them. Maybe you heard them before.
mm.
So person no go hear word again till around 6 7.
This should be 1450. See, that means his plan even has error. Or am I tripping? Wait, if this is 3200 and this one is 2000, 1250. Let me be sure this is 1250. So I'll know that then 1250, yes. And then his distance from here to here that is flushing with this wall is 1450. Therefore, let me see what happens if this wall is
What
150.
of the 350 you brought out?
Okay, did you see what happened? I reduced the wall to 150 thickness and then it
Okay.
became 1450, which means 1450. And if this wall is 150, it means every other wall thickness is 150. So
Mm,
somehow I need to readjust by starting afresh, which is wrong because I'm not going to do that stuff. Instead, I'm going to convince them that maybe interior walls should be 150, but exterior walls need to be 225. That's in pure construction.
okay.
When they want to come and start installing something in wall that is 6 inches block, you know how it's going to be now. So they need something that has weight, something wall block that has eaten very well, you know. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to touch it because you don't. I can't remember the last time I even used 150 to even do one. So that's the only one
So
I'm going to.
you are going to give him the same 150 thickness.
Yes, only for this wall. Every other thing carries 225. This one will flush with this one
Is
225.
is it not going to affect um in his drawing all the
Mhm.
walls are carrying 150?
Yes, and he's drawing all the walls are carrying 150. He wants me to.
So you now on
Mm,
that particular part, that's the only place you are using the 150.
that's the only place I'm leaving the 150. Yes, exactly.
Won't it affect the dimensions?
It will affect the dimensions based on me that is updating the plan.
Okay.
Yes, and it's the correction is the advice he needs to get.
Yes.
Yes. So it's not
Okay.
like, yeah, it's just more like partition wall inside, but exterior walls based on aesthetics and beauty and thickness of security and also safety of installation based on the type of interiors they want. They might need to start installing heavy wood on top 6 inches block. Imagine that yourself, you know now. So
Yes, yes. That's I think that's the problem. Yeah, it's you now that is telling me all
so
these
those
things. But
walls will now start breaking up and then something will now come and start happening. They come
yeah,
and start hugging it. Yeah.
yes.
So
They
that's it.
they become porous over time.
Exactly. So now I just drag this wall down because this wall here is flushing with this wall. So
Okay.
now 3200 is already this one. So I'll just drag this wall down here as well because it's flushing like this wall here. Control Shift D. I'll just drag it down here because it's flushing down. So I'm going to get, okay, here is 3600 from here to here, 36. The round was smaller. So I'm going to hold this one, Control Shift D. 3600 plus 225 is 3825. Then I now join this one, intersect this one, and remove this door here because we don't need that door here. Then cut out this one, and that's how I'll keep going until I get this plan perfectly well for me. Actually, I can just bring this in close so that I'm going to let me adjust this thing. So I'm going to be able to see, not a copy, just move only one. Exactly. So sometimes when I'm drawing, I just love to check two line weights. When I check it, I just feel happy with the thickness of the wall. Then I go back and
Oh,
continue. So I'll just drag
your
this on.
call will soon end. Why?
What call will soon end?
It's showing me a notification that this call will end in 5 minutes.